Kia ora, we're going to make some scones. So this is a video about not to momo kai. Momo means wasteful, so don't waste your kai. So these are off cream. Now this is done intentionally, I've been doing it for like years. But if you have like off cream or off milk, don't throw it away. Just make a bread with it. So we're going to make scones, as I said before. Now the way I make scones is not traditionally how my mum used to make it, which is the actual traditional way of making scones, which is butter, flour, you know, baking powder or self-rising flour if you want, and milk. But we're going to use cream, and honestly it's like the best. I've been doing it since I was like 17. So depending on how much cream I'll have in here will determine how much we're going to make. Now if it's got mold in it, don't consume it. This is how my mum used to get rid of milk. So we used to have like everybody living underneath a 3-bedroom home, and so there was always milk and bread being bought like every day. So sometimes, you know, you buy milk and you don't even realise it's going to go off, or someone's gone and opened it, it's been sitting in the back, and then there's like 2 other bottles been open, and it's like, oh, okay. So this is what my mum used to do, and I feel it's actually the best scones. This is why I make it this way, I don't make it any other way. We have about 2 cups, so it's equal parts cream to milk. You would need 150 ml cream. Yes, you can use like fresh cream, so you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, but just for the purpose of not momo creamy, this is what you're going to use it for, okay? So for 150 ml of cream to 150 ml of milk is 2 cups of flour and baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder to 1 cup of flour. But if you have self-rising flour, that's much better. I put 4 cups of flour in here, and so it's usually 1 teaspoon of baking powder to 1 cup, but I'm going to double that. That was 8 teaspoons. Now I've got 500 ml of cream, so I'm probably just going to add like a little bit of water. And the only reason why I'm not adding milk is because I already got a lot here and I don't have enough flour. Mix, make a well, and just pour it all in. I'm also going to add a little bit of water. Just like 100 ml, and then we're just going to mix it together. The key method to scones is to not over knead it. The reason for that, when you knead it, you activate the gluten, and that's not what you want to do. That's why when you get scones, it's almost like it's dense, but it breaks away easy, as opposed to like a bread where it should bounce. Sprinkle some flour, take the dough out. Like I said, we are not going to knead it, we're just going to bring it together. So my mum's been making scones since way back, because her mum is like English and Scottish, and I've heard that we have Polish in us. Okay. That looks good. Like I said, we're only bringing it together, and I swear to you, off milk, off cream is literally makes the best scones because of that sourness. I've done it with sour cream, but it didn't taste the same. So what we're going to do, roll it out. I don't know if you can see. So it's probably about a knuckle high. I have small fingers, but it's about a knuckle high. Cut it down the middle, just like you would fry bread. Now, if you wanted to, you could use a cup, make pretty little circles. You can cut them up small if you like. Bear in mind, I put a little bit more baking powder, so they are going to rise up. And just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to make a circle. I use a kapu, which means cup. And there. We're going to make some cinnamon pinwheels. That's also what my mum used to make. That was actually her favourite way of making scones. We have two. Put some flour on the tray. That prevents them from sticking to the tray. And then add them. And then we're going to bake in the oven for about 180 degrees, which should be like around 350 Fahrenheit. And bake it for about 15-20 minutes till they're golden brown. Now it's up to you if you want to put some milk on here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let them be. You could also put cheese on top if you wanted to, or Nutella. It's really up to you. Scones are very easy to make and they're quite versatile. With the leftover, we're going to make pinwheels. So like I said, I don't want to knead it out because you don't want to have a tough dough. Get some flour and just out your pinroll. We're flattening that out. Now we're going to add some butter. Use margarine if that's what you got. And then we're just going to sprinkle brown sugar. I remember I was like 12, 13. I was home alone and I said to my cousin, "Oh, do you want to make some pinwheels?" And she was like, "I don't know how to make that." And I was like, "Oh, let me show you." And she was like, "Are you sure we're going to do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "You know how to make it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we made these and chocolate pinwheels. Let me tell you what, my cousin was so proud of herself. Just roll it up like so, and then just cut them. Cut them as thick, as big as you want. Flour your tray. This is like hot because it's been sitting in my warmer and my stove, so yeah, make sure you be careful. Make sure these have room to grow. Yeah, so space them out. And the little odd bits, just punch them to the side. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to each one. Add some more brown sugar. Roughly around 15 minutes at 180 degrees, roughly around 350 Fahrenheit. The importance of teaching kids and your family and you is not to waste food. As the past couple of years, how things have been, I think it's always important to utilise what you have and think before you throw out something. And if you continuously do it, just don't buy as much as you would normally would. You know what I mean? So yeah. Cream, milk goes off, turn it into a bread. These are the scones. Let's check them out. The knife is clean, so if your knife or your skewer or your fork, whatever you do to check your cakes and scones and biscuits and all that, comes out clean, it means it's cooked through. So I'm going to let these rest. These are the pinwheels. They don't look like much, but it's just because of the brown sugar and my flour is wholemeal, not white. So as soon as they come out, or the pinwheels anyway, hit them with some butter. Just a little bit of butter. I know we added butter before, but you know, they evaporate. Let them cool down for about 20 minutes or half an hour. And serve it with a cup of tea, because that's how the English like it. And cheers. Bye.